What's up, everybody? Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Attack of the Sleepless Nights server. When we left off, I think I had built... Oh, no, you weren't supposed to see that! Shh, you saw nothing. You saw nothing. That's actually what this episode is going to be about, though, so it's fine. We had finished up working on the lab here, and we had built... Trying to do it without the spoilers. Right there, to the right. We built the shells. The sync mod. Now, I have run into a few issues with that, but we'll go over that in a minute. Now, this episode is about that big white room you saw over there, which is... 1, 2, 3... Da 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 da! The lab. Now, some of you might be wondering what the heck is going on over here. Alright, so let me explain this. This is built out of canvas blocks. From open blocks. You're supposed to paint them, but I like the real white feel of them. Like, it looked very sterile and lab-like. But it requires a heck of a lot of paper, and I didn't want to go back and forth a lot. So I built my own little reed farm down here, and for that I needed water. So I put my little infinite water supply. So there's a method to my madness, don't worry about it. So let's introduce you to the lab. I did this too. I don't like this little flicker, but I'm willing to bear it because from far away it doesn't flicker really that bad. And it looks kind of like what you would see on some kind of biolab door. You know, like a steel door with a port or something. So we open the lab. Oh, very white, very sterile, which is why I liked it. The lighting is still an issue that you get these dark spots, but I'm hoping... These are the inverted white lamps, which is basically from Project Red. I kind of remembered them from Feed the Beast with Red Power, so I thought they'd be a good fit, and they are. Now what I've got it set up here, I think I might extend and put one here, and then like one on this edge for these rows, and that should brighten up and take care of these dark spots. I think. I don't know. We'll find out. I could always make these full strips too if I wanted to. I tried doing them in the floor. Oh my gosh. Blinding is what that was. Now, you have to be careful with these, not these, with the canvas blocks, because from what I can tell, if you guys know of anything, it would be a lifesaver, but from what I understand, there's nothing that can replace these blocks, so once you break them, they're done. But check this out, right? So, let's even pick like a dark spot right here. Okay? Now watch this. Ah! My eyes! Right? So it made it look really white, but, avert your eyes. So, I ended up going for the ceiling instead, which it doesn't brighten the ceiling up as much, which is weird. And it doesn't brighten, it's weird. It's like block level wise, it's the same. But visible lighting wise, it's much, much different. Alright, so you're probably wondering, why do you need a lab? A genetics lab, of course. Today we're working on advanced genetics. Now, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay, what about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Darn it. Come on now, work with me. 1, 2, 3. Crap. Well, foo. Foo, foo, foo. Foo, 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 foo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh! So this wall would work if I wanted them just in a row. And this chest is just basically here because this was all the ores and stuff from clearing out this area, and it had been there pretty much since I built this. So I guess we could always just reorganize placement-wise later, but this is just going to be kind of a crash course. And actually, I gotta figure out if I remember how to do this, actually. And we're gonna need a table. Now, the only tables I could find legitimately were these from Crayfish, Mr. Crayfish mod, but I don't like this one because, well, it's stone. I mean, it's just like cobble. And this one's kind of like wood, which doesn't go well. So I'm not happy about this. That I need some kind of like table, right? Now, I suppose I could go and make like a tool forge, because I think in Tinker's mod, I think it let me set it on that. What I'm talking about, what I'm referencing, is this microscope, by the way, in case I probably didn't mention that now that I think about it. So what I think I might do for now is not this block, but use one of these guys. Oops. Not quite what I meant to do. Just grab one of these things, and we'll say it's a table for now. Let's put it like... let's put it like here. And then we're just gonna plop this microscope right on there. And this is all pretty darn awesome. And I'm gonna make another one of these. This is from Tinker's Construct. It's a stone, it's a tool rod. You just make it out of stone and then an iron bar. And what you do, nope, you don't go in there, is like this. And it makes a scraper. Scrapers are important. And we will explain why in a moment. So let's go over the machines real quick. You got the analyzer, or actually what we're going to do is advanced genetics. There. Now we're looking at all of them. Now you can use these combustion generators if you need power. I don't know what fuel. I think they take regular coal, but they make like advanced DNA whatever power. So the first block is the analyzer, and it's 8 iron ingots and a magnifier. Magnifier is a glass block and a stone stick, which is to smooth stone like regular sticks. Pretty simple. Extractor. Where's that guy? Extractor. There you are. Now this one gets a little more complicated. It's 7 iron. Lots of iron in these recipes, by the way. Tons and tons of iron. So 7 iron and a hopper. And the basic DNA dictionary. Now this is interesting. You need a book and cells, right? How does one make cells? That is done through the analyzer, I believe. You get random cells, so you just use any cell to make that. Decryptor is you use a lot of these. You use a lot of these dictionary things, and from what I understand, they don't actually do anything if you open them up. So paper, 7, and a dictionary. Splitter is splitter. A diamond, 7, like a cauldron, dictionary. Breeder is 4, 6 iron, 2 wheat, dictionary. A centrifuge is 4 iron, a dictionary, and 4 syringes. And the syringes are a bottle, arrow, 3 iron. None of these are too bad resource-wise. It's just a lot of iron. And combiner is 2 cells, syringe, 5 iron, and a dictionary. So pretty straightforward. So there are more advanced ones. There's an auto scraper that requires, looks like this. There's a insulator, which requires an advanced dictionary, which is a dictionary and more cells. And lava, though, I'm not really sure what some of these do, though. Transmutator. I think it had to do with either if you want more than one, or... oh, you know what? It had to do with, like, cloning. Like, there's a way to clone mobs and stuff. We've already seen that if you're using a pack like this, Mind Factory Reloaded has easier ways with the auto spawner and mob essence and all that. But if you cloned, like, a specific mob, I guess, maybe with certain genetic traits, like a creeper you could shear, or something, I don't know, then that might be useful. So that's the basic machines. I'm going to use my Resonant energy cell to power them, which, let's get this guy configured first. So, okay, the back does have an output. That's what that, well, actually, let's make it the bottom has an output. There we go. So this charges really quick because it's got freaking 50 million redstone flux, so I don't think I'll run out of power here. And I'll show you what these guys are for in a minute. These are ones I already did. They're basic. Oh yeah. So I have a bit of a situation here. Let's actually... I'm going to change to a bat real quick. My situation... Oh, I need this. I need these. These I don't need. Is... I've actually run out of experience in this elevator. Or at least I think I have. Have I? Oh no, I had just enough to get one more. Sweet. Now, some of you might be wondering why am I not using my shell that I made over here and do this. I found a big error that won't really let me use it the way I wanted to. Now, if I had ones in Base Players and Adrian's, yes, I could just pop over there if they wanted me to see something or something like that. But the inventories are completely separate, which we talked about. The problem is, so are ender chests. Now, this is from my personal experience. I don't know if the pack is bugged and has a glitch, and it's not supposed to be that way. I don't know if I've done something wrong. I don't know. If you guys have fixes for it, that's perfectly fine. But when I do the ender chest here and say well, I'll put a chicken thing in there, and then if I get back over there, I'll show you that. I don't know. I don't plan on going back there, but just in case. When I went back there with my shell, like I walked in there, screw it. You can do it real quick. I think we got time. And sorry if I'm going really fast on this. I'm just trying to get it all into one episode. I don't want to do like a bunch of parts for it, so I'm just trying to give you a quick crash course. But see, if I warp over here, so I'm in my other shell, nothing, right? That's the problem. So I basically can't just pop in, throw stuff in an ender chest, pop back out, and get it from my other base. It's not working that way. So yeah, that's no fun. Now the question is, what trait do you want when you're going scraping? Right? Of course it's nighttime. Oops. I'm always so afraid of there being like a creeper right there that's just gonna blow my face off. I don't think skeletons actually have traits yet. Anyway, I think there's plans to, but I don't think they have it. I don't think zombies have anything. They might. I might be wrong about that. Creepers do have stuff, but they're not very useful. It's like blow yourself up, and that doesn't sound all that useful to me. Squids. Squids are what I was looking for, actually. Let's get rid of this zombie. Come here, zombie. Oh, come on, die. Oh, whatever. Squid. So change to a squid. Now, granted, some of advanced genetics is kind of negated by morph mod and things like that, but I just think it's fun. So you right-click on them with a scraper, they get hurt, they're like, but you see these little things flying off in random directions? Give me. Did I get them? No, where'd they go? Oh, they're floating. Alright, so with this mod pack, they're all floating up at the top, right? So these are these little... Whoa. Oh, there's more. They're skin cells. Okay. So we've got skin cells from scales. They're scales. Skin scales? Okay. Skin scales. My bad. So they're scales from a squid. It sounds like a bad movie or something. Tales from a Squid or something. So basically, I think you can kill these things if you hit them enough. It took a while though, and I don't think that it ever really did. So I just kind of spam it, and then just swim around until you catch them all. Now, it's important to note these don't stack. So if you get a ton of them, they are going to fill up your inventory rather quickly. So keep that in mind when you go scale hunting. I'm just going to go ahead and use what I got on this guy. Oh, that was fast. Just spam it a few more times, pick up those, get up to the surface. Ooh, there's a lot of them. Come here, my skin scales. I know it's kind of creepy, isn't it? Like taking skin samples from things. Alright. Now, I may, given our experience situation, I may go ahead and kill some of these mobs out here. Just to help the situation. Really? Come on. Give me your XP. I just want a level, dang it. Oh, there's orbs down at the bottom here. Assuming that I can breathe that long. One of the biggest... I know I said earlier that the thing is kind of negated by a morph mod. One of the things I just kind of thought of that really makes it not negated, FYI, still haven't fixed the water. One of the things that makes it kind of not negated is the fact that, like, yes, you can morph into a squid, which can breathe underwater, but they can't do everything underwater as fast as your human form can. Examples being stuff like mining and things like that. You can mine faster as a person than squids can. So, wow! We have lots of skin scales. So what we're going to do is, after I dump all this random crap, and all of these I think are from the squid. Let me grab my wrench. And I guess we can put this back for now. I'll come back for these. Now you can use overclockers and things on some of these machines as well. So what you do is you throw a skin sample in there, and it's going to process, and you should get, what do you get? You get a cell and then organic bio something leftovers or something or other. I don't know. I forget what it's called. What is it? Oh, it's right here. Organic drop. So you get an organic drop. We don't really need this anymore. And I think this is where you get those little white cell thingamajiggers. Yes. So you get a cell of a squid. And an organic cell. Now, I'm going to go along kind of quick at first here. So then you put this in an extractor. You put the cell in the extractor. You put the cell in the extractor, and no, it doesn't work. It's too long. This should give you a helix. Yes, an encrypted helix. Now, if you're good with the code things, if you do this enough, you can kind of tell, like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a basic gene, which is, you need them at some point, but it's not all that great. So if you'll notice, this says it's encrypted. So you take the helix, put it in the decryptor. This will unencrypt, or decrypt, the helix strand. So it should tell you what trait you have in there, I think. Oh, water breather. So we did get a good trait. Okay, so here's our trait. This is actually perfect because now I don't have to actually go and do this a billion times. So we decrypted it, we got water breather, which is what I wanted. I think it's one of the only things you can get from them. Now, when you put a helix in here, on the side it will ask you what gene you want to use. This one is water breather. If you had a basic gene, which, okay, it stayed in there. I'm going to go ahead and you click this, and then it'll analyze for that gene. So it splits the genes, which is why it's a splitter. But like these say basic genes, so when you put that in, all it will be is basic. You don't have options to do anything else. And some genes will have basic or something else, you know, that kind of thing. So now we have a gene, which is water breather. Right? Right. Good so far. Looking good. Now we breed it? I think... Is that how it goes? Okay, alright, so here's the thing. When you put a trait gene on the right, you have to put it on the right of the breeder. Now this is where basic genes come in. You need 16 basic genes to fuel, like, think of it like you need basic DNA to isolate the samples of things that you want to make a specific gene. That's how I think of it. So now is where you need all of these basic ones that are pretty much useless other than for this. Now, there's also, while this is going, we can also talk about if you put another water breather in here, I think it does like 2 or something like that. Like if you put, it might not be one, I think it's the same gene, but it may be just anything that's not a basic gene. I could be wrong. I don't know. I might just be talking out my ear. And from the looks of things, I don't think I actually have enough of these. I have 5, 6 left, and I need a lot more. So let's go over here and get this going. I don't know how much power this actually will hold, if it has enough to do all this. Eventually, I plan on setting this up with redstone flux cables and like one of those things I had set up in the other base that powers everything. I simply didn't have the time to set all that up before. Close the genetic labs! We can't let any infectious diseases or any air in. That'd be funny. I should put like upside down hoppers or something so there's like vents in here. So in case you release something you didn't want. Cell of a squid. Cell of a squid, man. I wonder if this has enough power to extract it. See, I mean, look at that. I've used, what? Little over 500,000 redstone flux. I have 50 million in this thing. Like, I could honestly go for a while without having to replace anything. Oh, I think that's another water breather. It looks like the same code. Okay, so I'm out of things here. Now, it is important to note, I found out the hard way, if you die, the gene traits that you inject into yourself are gone. Just FYI. So we'll isolate that. This got me another cell. Watch, this is going to be like all water breathers and I'm going to get super lucky. Okay, let's power this guy back up. Oh, can he make it? Can he make it? Whew. Okay, see how this has a different code under there? So this is probably going to be a basic, but it might be just something else. I'm not sure. Now, so we're at 10. So you can use the same things, and this should give me 12, if I read the wiki right. Boom, there it goes. So if you use the same, it gets you a better one. A better one. Water breather and basic. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. If you put it in the splitter, since this has both, I can use it as either a basic or a water breather. So here's my thing. I'm going to make it a water breather this time because that'll put me up to 14, which is good. Did I not put any skin in there? Dang it. So here's my thing. I believe it has to be either a basic or the same gene. So if I were to put the splitter one in here and I was working on something else, then I might have wanted to make it a basic gene. Maybe. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's how it works. Do I have anything else? No. And once we get this gene bred, then we get into another process. And again, I apologize if I'm going really fast or anything. If you're trying to follow along or something, just go ahead and pause it after each phase thing or each step and, you know, whatever. I just didn't want to do like 9 episodes on this or anything like that. I wanted to kind of just do it in one. So I'm kind of rushing. That looks like the basic code, I think. Let's find out. I'm pretty sure that's a basic. This F17 AAA, I really, my gut tells me that's the basic code. Basic gene, yep. So if you see that and you're looking for a trait, you're out of luck. Okay, and this one's going. So it's fairly streamlined, actually. I mean, all the interfaces are almost identical, with the exception of the splitter. And the breeder, you have to put it on this side, which was a little confusing at first. And the centrifuge, like all these except the splitter really have the same interface. It's just this one you have to put the one in the right and then put the others in the left, which can be kind of confusing. And these organic drops can be used for something. I forget what they're used for. I think fuel? Yes, that's pretty much all they're used for. You can use them for fuel, apparently, which is weird. Another basic, which is fine. It's actually exactly what we need. Now, where's my syringe? I need a syringe. We'll go ahead and put these away for now, because I think I've got everything I need. Now, this part I might mess up, because I've only done it once. Okay, you're going. Yeah, this part I may mess up, like the order of things, but it only works one way, so if it does, we'll know. And let me go ahead and power these guys. Now, alright, so what happens is when you have the syringe here, I'm really trying to remember how this goes. Dang, I really can't remember. Okay, so it says completed, and it'll say water breather completed before it said breathing. So this is a completely bred genome, or whatever the fancy term would be. Now, you hold the syringe, you right-click until it starts shaking, you let go. It gets kind of black for a second, and you get a red one, right? So it's a syringe filled, but it's uncentrifuged. So you put it in here, it centrifuges the blood, you know, like in science movies, you know, how it like spins the thing around, centrifuges. So this is centrifuged. Okay, now, this is the cool part. If you take this guy and right-click a microscope, you'll notice that nothing happened, like it doesn't show anything. That's because this is just regular blood. It's nothing special. Now, in the combiner, I think this goes here, and then I think the gene goes there. Okay, it's going, so that must be right. Rule number one, if the bar goes, it's doing something right. Okay, now, we pop this back off. Now, this is the... I think you can put this in here now. No. Okay. So we recentrifuge it again. Okay, that's the confusing part. So centrifuge the blood, combine it in the syringe with the gene, then centrifuge it again. Now if we put it in the microscope, it'll say analyzing, because it detects that there's a trait. Okay? We'll let this go, because I think this is super cool. It makes me feel like an uber mad scientist type of thing, like I'm looking in the microscope at the blood vial. Man, it's going slow. I only have one trait on here. Come on, let's go. Don't have all day. Wow. Okay, so you see this one little dot? Once this analyzes, see, I can click on it. It still says it's analyzing what this dot is. This dot is a trait, basically. And so, if I... Oh, it's got to do it all over again. Anyways, you notice when I clicked on here, it said water breather. That's because that's what this trait was. So... Now the one thing is, I don't know... Okay, and then you inject yourself back with it again. And you'll get nauseous. Nausea for like 5 seconds. Ooh, trippy. Trippy. Okay. Good. Good. So that's how all that works. So that is the process of, from start to finish, of getting a trait and putting it in your blood, basically. Now as long as I don't die... which I'm not fond of anyway. But as long as I don't die... Really? I made this frickin' lab, like... Okay, then. I made this lab, like, 4 tall or something. So now I get Enderman in here. Oh my gosh! That literally scared the crap out of me. I jumped in my seat. Oh! Wow, that actually made me jump. Holy crap, man. Okay. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We're good. Everyone's good. Whew. Man. That literally scared the crap out of me. Alright, so check this out. Now if we go... I don't know if it works in Morph Mod or if the trait of the person takes over. But look at that! We're not drowning. Your oxygen bubbles do come up. And just to show you, I'm not in bat form or anything like that. So yeah, we can just... What, am I in a current here? Or is that plant just holding on? That plant's holding on. So you can just walk along the bottom of the water. So like I said, this is cool because it lets you actually mine and things like that. And I'm using water breather as an example because squids are one of the easiest to get. You can do all kinds of stuff like blaze. You can get like fire resistance, and if you can get a bat, you can actually get flight to where just as a person you can fly. That's one of my next steps that I'd like to do at some point. What is lit up here? Oh, am I getting the light from inside the... Yeah, the secret windows are giving off light. That's... Didn't know they would do that. So anyways, that's going to wrap things up for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you next time. Peace!